Welcome to today's chemistry lecture. This is our last lecture of this chapter in which we will discuss about constructive response question and descriptive question. So without wasting any time, let's start our today's lecture. Let's begin with constructive response question. First question is, what is the function of DNA? So we all know the function of DNA is to store genetic information and pass it on to the RNA at the proper time. It is responsible for the existence, development and production of all forms of life. Second question, write down the three important functions played by protein in our body. So three critical functions are structural components. They form the physical structure of skin, hair, muscles, nails, and connective tissues, cellular growth and repair. They are needed to build new cells and repair injured ones. Biochemical regulation. They act as enzymes to catalyze, speed up biochemical reaction and serve as hormone like insulin to control vital bodily process like blood sugar level. Question 3. Fatty acids serve as building blocks of lipid just like amino acids are for protein. Comment on this statement. So, this statement is chemically accurate. Just as protein are macromolecules built from long chain of individual amino acids linked by peptide bonds, most lipids are complex triglycerides built from simple structure units called fatty acids. Specifically, three fatty acid chains react with one glycerol molecule through a condensation reaction to form a fat molecule. Question number 4. Write down about the source of vitamin C, which diseases are caused by its deficiency. So we all know vitamin C, ascorbic acid, is found in citrus fruits, green peppers, and tomatoes. Deficiency cause a lack of vitamin C in body cause a scurvy. Question number 5. Write down the names of two polymeric carbohydrates. So, the two polymeric carbohydrates are polysaccharides sharing the common formula are starch and cellulose. Now we will solve the descriptive question. Our first question is, what are the sources of fructose, maltose and lactose? We all know that fructose is present in sweet fruit juices and honey. Maltose found in breads and other cereals, and lactose present naturally in milk. Second question, draw an open chain structures of glucose and fructose. Both share the formula but possess different functional groups. Their open chain skeletal structure are represented as follows. For your help, the open chain structure is linked with the video. As you can see, their formula is C6H12O6, but there possess different functional group in the open chain. You can see it easily. Question number 3. Construct a peptide linkage and explain the structure of polypeptide. So, polypeptide formed by a condensation reaction where a water molecule is eliminated between the carboxyl group of one amino acid and the amino group of another. Polypeptide structure. Because the resulting peptide retains a reactive functional group at each end, it can continuously bind with more amino acids to create a long chain called a polypeptide. This extended chain eventually undergoes specific twists and turns, folding into a unique three-dimensional shape to become a functional protein. What are DNA and RNA? Describe the role played by them in our body. So we all know DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, and RNA, ribonucleic acid, are vital macromolecule nucleic acid that account for the final 1% of compound essential to living organism. Role of RNA. It functions as master storage unit of all genetic information within the cell nucleus, safely retaining blueprint data and passing it to RNA. Role of RNA. It operates outside the nucleus to read, decode, and directly utilize the genetic instruction to manufacture specific protein required by the body. The fifth question is, compare the roles played by carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids in our body. So, first of all, carbohydrates serve as the primary immediate source of energy helps the body process protein and lipids efficiently. Standard primary source of them is metabolic fuel. Lipids act as long-term energy reserves, provide thermal insulation and cushions protects vital organs. Yield the highest energy, supplying twice as much energy as carbs or proteins. Proteins form structural tissue, muscle, skin, organ, and synthesize active synthesis like enzymes and hormones to drive life process. Can supply energy if necessary, but used primarily for growth and cell repair. So this was the today's lecture. Hopefully, you will all understand it in very well manner.